Part 6 of this 8-part video series on the old postal route covers the 4-kilometer section from the 38th to the 41st kilometer and includes the descent of the Karikis Pass. If you intend driving this route, it's very important to watch parts 1 through 5 sequentially, as they contain the Google Earth orientation clips as well as other important information pertaining to technical, safety, historical and tourism information. If you're in a group of vehicles, it's best to pull off the road before the starting point of the pass, where it narrows and begins descending. This will allow everyone to get good photos of the canyon and enjoy the spectacular and dramatic scenery. Although the Karikis Pass is quite short at 1.5 kilometers and only loses 77 meters of altitude, it is the rough nature of the track which requires drivers' full concentration. If you have low range, use it for this descent, which will allow for much better control. Proceed very slowly and choose your driving lines carefully, avoiding sidewall cuts as the rocks here are sharp and plentiful. As you trundle slowly down the pass, there are dramatic views of the canyon on your left for the entire length of the pass. Once you reach the 38.5 kilometer point, the track levels off and begins turning away from the Bobbejanskloof. This is also then the end of the Karikis Pass. But there's plenty more on offer, as from the 40th kilometer the road follows a spur of the mountain via a wide right-hand bend of a full 180 degrees. This part of the route is much less Cederberg and much more Tankwa. The Tankwa Karoo National Park lies about 70 kilometers due west of Sutherland, near the border of the Northern Cape and the Western Cape, in one of the most arid regions of South Africa, with areas receiving less than 100 millimeters of average rainfall. Most of the moisture-bearing clouds from the Atlantic Ocean never reach this part, as they're blocked by the Cederberg Mountains. In the hottest areas of the park, the mean maximum temperature in January is almost 39 degrees centigrade, and in July the mean minimum temperature ranges from about 5 to 7 degrees. Before the Tankwa Park's proclamation, the only protected area of succulent Karoo was a 2 square kilometer patch of the Gamkaberg Nature Reserve. Succulent Karoo has, together with the Cape Floral Kingdom, been declared a biodiversity hotspot by Conservation International. The Tankwa's footprint area has been increased from an initial 260 to 1,436 square kilometers. It's bounded on the east by the Roggeveld Mountains, on the west by the Cederberg, to the north by the Kohe-Bokkeveld Mountains, and on the south by the scattered foothills of the Kudusberge and Klein Roggeveld Mountains, as well as the Tankwa River. In 1998, Conrad Strauss sold 280 square kilometers of sheep farm to the South African National Parks. The park has started the reintroduction of game that used to be found naturally in the area. Research was done beforehand to ensure that introduced animals would survive on the overgrazed veld. The vegetation in the park falls within the succulent Karoo biome and has been described as very sparse shrubland and dwarf shrubland. The park is home to a large variety of birds, including 188 different species, such as the black-headed canary, Ludwig's bustard, and the black-eyed sparrowlark. The main birding season occurs between August and October. If you intend driving this route in the summer, please be sure to bring a hat, sunblock, as well as a swimming costume. Even if you don't plan to swim, you may well change your mind when you get here. In autumn, as with spring, the autumn starts at any time from March to mid-April, so you can bring a variety of clothing. Evenings are usually not cold yet, but you might get some early rain showers, so a rain jacket is advised. The entire area of the old postal route falls within a malaria-free area, and there are no particular health issues. The biggest health concern is getting sunburnt or dehydrated, so please bring along sunblock and a hat and plenty of drinking water. All along this section, there are wonderful views of the much bigger and more spectacular Durang River Canyon on the left. The track meanders along the western rim of the canyon, descending slowly towards a smaller side ravine where there's an extremely sharp hairpin bend of 160 degrees, which occurs at the 40.8 kilometer mark. The road surface is badly eroded here, so take the small section at a dead slow speed. Be sure to watch part 7 of the old postal route.